กลับมาช่วงเบรกที่2นะฮะอย่างที่บอกไว้นะวันนี้เรามีนัดกับโค้ชของเรานะนั่นคือคนสำคัญที่สุดเลยอีก1คนนะฮะนอกจากประธานสโมสรโค้ชนักเตะนะวันนี้เราอยู่กับโค้ชครับสวัสดีครับมาโน
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
First I have to say like congrats for the last season you earned the second place and you bring the joy for us thank you
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Could you please say about our performance last year?
Yes, I think last year, if you see the points that we collected, was really an amazing season. I think we collect 80% of the possible points. This is a very high standard. I mean, if normally in a league, if you have after this number of games, this number of points, you must be champion. So I mean, there's no doubt about the numbers. I think we played the greatest season since I am here, or the last years of the club. I mean, but the performance was not always the best. Let me say, I still think that we can improve. We can improve more because. Some games we won also the games, but it was very tough, like 1-0 away, not really being really dominated. Let me say, I think we can try to repeat. But the points, as I said, the points were unbelievable good.
So last year we have like a match that be like if you watch a movie, it's like you cannot forecast anything about the match. Which match is your favorite for last year?
Yeah, I think if you see how it was, we will be always the same opinion. I mean, the match against Army.
Yes.
In Army, losing 3-1, I think 18 minutes to go to come back. I think was the turning point also of the season for the team, for the team spirit also. If you see the way we celebrate the goal in the last minute, I mean. We came back from a 3-1 and win 4-3 on the end, in the last second, with a nice goal from Bole, I think, and all the players, all the staff, all the bench players really came out to celebrate, and I think was a little bit the turning point, excited game of course, but also the turning point to get us so together, and was for sure the most excited game last season.
In Army match, the camera focused on you when you play the bottle. What do you think?
The life of a coach is not so easy. We always have pressure to win games, to perform well, to collect points. Every coach is the same. But also in the game, there is some special moments sometimes where you can take a decision that can change the game, for good or bad. And then I keep calm when I go down and like I see the bottles. They cannot reply to me. They cannot answer. So I can just say like what I'm thinking. And then I think, should I do this? Should I do that? Because if you get, of course, I have my staff. We always talk and this, that. But with the bottles, the best thing is that they cannot reply anything. So what I say to them, they normally agree with me. And I think what's funny because was one moment that I was really thinking, what should I do? How can I try to come back in this game? And sometimes in the game, you have not so long. I mean, you have some minutes. You are in difficult situations and you have to think, you have to try to keep cool, to keep calm, to take the best decision for the team, to change the things for winning the game.
You came here like 2.5 years in Bangkok United, right?
Yeah.
What is the identical of our team, if you say?
Good, I think now with the time, what is very difficult in football, to stay so long in a club, even in Thailand, I think today if you see all the TPI clubs, I am probably the longest one on the job. I think so because there is always pressure, especially the big teams. And when I arrive here, we start a job together, and I think we are not that far. 2.5 years ago, we are still fighting for relegation, and now I think we got already the status from a big club. We have also the expectation from a big club. Last year we fight for the championship the whole year. So now the expectations are really higher. So I think what makes us this improvement, let me say, what makes us that strong was the work together with our president being honest, with Nun and with Kun. So I think from the first day we found a good relation, let me say, a good way to work together, a good way to to bring new players. Né? I think also the philosophy that I have or what I believe in football was also fitting to the team that was there. Né? Like we didn't change at the beginning so many players, but we changed the way we are playing, and let's also give young players longer contracts that they can also identify with the club, they can grow together with the philosophy, they can grow together in my training, the way we like to play, and always taking 1, 2, 3 players to just increase the quality of the squad. But this is very difficult when you don't have this long life, né, as a coach. But here we are having, and I think this is of course the key of the success, that we are working together long, so we know each other. We always have nice meetings. We discuss about the new players, and I think that's the way. That's the way to make football.
We could say our team is like, if you say our stereotype is fighter.
Yeah, we are. We can see. We came back many games. Né? I mean, we have a very good dressing room atmosphere. Is what I call. Né? We have good characters as a player. We have also the crazy ones, né? As we know, they belong to this process.
Really difficult for you to control all of the crazy ones, right?
Sometimes almost a mission impossible.
Yes.
But if you see on the end,
you can give example.
Example from crazy. Yeah, I mean we know the most ones we know. Nah? Not easy to handle. Mario scams, Jojo's. They will always exist in football, but they are also the players that also, of course, help the coach a lot in the field. They are not so easy to handle off of the field, but on the field they are top players. And
you are the guy that can tell him like.
No, I like that. I like this man management. I like the different characters. I like to talk, of course, with the people. I like to try to find a way to make this dressing room a good dressing room. I mean, where all the players feel that they have a chance to play, that all the players feel that they are part of the success, that they are really, because there is no team with 11 players, or there is no team with 3, 4 star players.
Yes.
We need always a squad from 25, 28 players, and all of them are important. The staff is very important in all the departments to be, let me say, stronger than the others, to get qualified people. And I think on the end, if you put this all together, plus, of course, the way the president works with me and my staff and my players from the beginning, I think that's really the key of the success, because we have a very healthy and clean dressing room.
So now let's talk about our new players that you brought.
Yeah. Okay, again, I told you before, I really believe that important is always to keep the most of the players when things are working well, like last season. So it was very important for me not to change too much. As you can see, we kept all the players, almost all the players. Okay, some 2, 3 that were not playing too much. And on the end, we decide for one change, let me say, if you compare the foreign players from last season. After talking, we decided to bring one more defensive player, like one player that could play at our defense. This is Johan. Johan Tavares is a Portuguese-French guy that we are looking long time already with our scouting now, with Luis and with myself. We had some options, and then on the end, of course, he was the number 1 in our list. And he's a very good character also, what is important always now, what we talk. He's not that crazy. It's always good to bring some quiet ones that just work very professional. He has some good experience. He played in UEFA Europa League. He was the captain of his team, so he has some leadership skills, and we are very happy to have him here with us. Now he's already adapted. On the beginning, you see sometimes it's very difficult with the foreign players. Doesn't matter where they play before, doesn't matter what CV they have. Some of them adapt very quick, some of them takes long. Now he's already full with us. I mean, now we have a good time in Chiang Mai at Alpine there with the pre-season. So it was very important for us to bring one defender that can have this leader skills.
Another jigsaw that can compete us.
Exactly.
Yes. And also Oscar Kopp.
Good. Oscar was already with us last season, and that's why I don't consider him so new. I mean, he's a very young player, and he's a player that was all his life in Europe. The school, and let me say the football school, when you are young, is very strong there, where he was. So we decide because of his age and also because of the willing to come to Thailand, not having a Thailand quota, a foreign quota. So it was like a nothing to lose business because he's very young, very disciplined, and he is willing to learn. So he's one player that of course will need a little bit time to see if he can really make in the first 11, let me say, or in the first group. But we talk, I mean, with the club, and also we came to the conclusion that this kind of business is never bad. I mean,
and the last person, Pokao,
I think
this one.
Pokao, I think we don't need to talk too much. His performance in the last years, I'm talking alone for him, is a fantastic player, a player that I like since long time. He was also my player in the under-22 national team 4 years ago. So with all the others from the national team that were very young at that time, but even there with his age, he was already outstanding. And if you see last season in Chonburi, and especially of course now in the national team from Thailand, he was having great performance.
So about the youth, you bought the youth for 3 persons, right?
Yeah. So we are having now last year already now with Danny, our academy chief, let me say, also a development program, let me say. We are trying to create here a very good academy with all the age, from 13, 15, 17, 19. So I think it's important when these guys start to bring a little bit a better performance. Of course, was not really clear the league last season. That was not good to really observe them because they don't play a really clear league. But this season, as we know, there is a reserve league that will be played, what is very good for the club, very good for the country. This is really the way that the clubs are doing in Europe. The top clubs, they always have this reserve league where you can exchange the players, let me say. You can put them to play there when they are not in, they cannot make the 18 or they don't make the 11. And they need the game, they need the match practice, they need the competition. So it will be very important for these young players to have this competition. So they will always play the same, I mean, one day after us or one day before us. They will have also a table, they will have a target. And that's why it's important to in the camping now, we came to the camping to bring these 3 young players to get used with the crazy ones also, to see how it is. When you are 19, 18 and you play only with 18, it's totally different.
Because you success one with P and ice.
Yes. P ice core,
Yes. P ice core, yes.
So I like young players. We know it's not easy to put all of them to play. But like now, example P, Co, Ice, they are already in another level. When you see the progress of these young players.
They play really nice international team.
Very nice, and you will see they will this year definitely they will play more games than last year, and that's the way. They're always giving them a little bit because they are the future. They are the new generation of the club.
เอาละฮะก็ยังไม่หมดเพียงเท่านี้นะฮะยังมีคำถามสำคัญนั่นคือเป้าหมายที่มาโน่เขาวางไว้ว่าปีนี้เขาอยากจะได้ที่อันดับที่เท่าไหร่ในซีซั่นนี้นะฮะเบรกหน้าฮะเจอกันครับ
This season, if you finish second last year, being better than this, there is only one place. If you can see when we start in Thai Japan with maybe 500, 600 for our players, the power of a fan is unbelievable.
สนับสนุนโดย